Hey, what's up guys? The Wizard123 here, and welcome to my first video on how to program with Batch, which is a computer programming language, which is it's the first and really only language that I know. And if you guys go on to enjoy the video, please click that like button, and that will prompt me to make more episodes if you guys are interested in this. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at the fundamentals of how Batch works, what is Batch, etc., etc. So, the first thing we're going to be doing is, what is Batch? How do you use it? Well, if I go to my start menu and I type in CMD, I get the control panel. And basically what the control panel is it helps me to navigate around the computer. This is what a batch file will be in. It will be inside a command prompt, and it runs in a command prompt. We're going to write a very, very simple program. I'm going to be teaching you guys really basic and simple commands, and yeah. Alright, the very first command that you're going to need to know is @echo. Excuse me. The first thing that I want to point out is the fact that I'm using Notepad++, which I will link down in the description. And basically Notepad++ is a lot more helpful because it has all these tools on it. But you can program Batch and just regular old, let me bring it up here. Whoops. Notepad. You can just do it in regular old Notepad. It's fine. Batch is only for Windows users. So anyway, I'm gonna go to language and I'm gonna hit Batch since I'm using Notepad++, which I highly recommend you download. Now the first command we're going to learn is @echo. Now, what does @echo do? Well, @echo has two things that you can do to it. You can do @echo on or @echo off. Most of the time you're going to want to do @echo off, and I'm going to explain why. @echo off means that the commands that you're writing here do not show up in the command prompt. That's basically what @echo does. It's telling the computer whether or not you want your commands to show up or not. I don't want mine to show up, so I'm going to do @echo off. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to skip 2 lines, and we're going to make something called a subscript. You make a subscript by putting a colon, and then calling it whatever you want to. I'm going to call it menu. Basically, what what a subscript is it's a script inside a script, hence the name subscript. So, the entire thing is a script. This right here is a script inside a script. So it's telling the computer again what to do. Now we're going to learn another command called echo. What does echo do? Well, echo is what text is going to show up on the screen when you turn your program on. So we're going to do the very first one that a programmer would ever learn, which is hello world. So here's what's going to happen. @echo off means that none of these commands are going to show up. Echo hello world means that basically when you open this, the only thing that's going to be on there is hello world because you put echo hello world. Now, the very last thing that you need to do is you need to do pause. Now, for pause, there is 2 kinds of it. You can do pause, or we're going to be doing pause arrow null. Now, what does pause do? Well, pause basically, it waits until you press a number, it waits until you press a key, or you exit. Right now, if I just left it as pause, it would say press any key to continue, but I don't want that. So we're going to do pause null. That's what we're going to do. So pause null. And basically what pause null does is that makes it so that the press any key to continue does not show up. It just shows up as a blank. And then we're going to do exit. We're just going to type exit, and what exit does is it just, once you press the key, it'll exit the program. Okay, that is the very first simple program in Batch. Now we're going to save it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to, sorry about that, I had to check my folder. So we're going to go to File, Save As, and then I'm already in my folder, which I named YouTube, and I'm going to name it Hello World. And it's already saved as a batch file for me. For you, if you're using regular Notepad, you'd have to save it as .bat. But I don't need to. Okay, so I'm going to save it. And then we are going to run it. So I'm going to double click this. And look what pops up. Hello World. So that is a basic batch program, and I'm just going to hit enter here, and it's going to exit out for me. Okay, that is a basic batch program. I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Alright guys, this is the Wizard123 signing off. See you guys later. Peace.